Generally speaking, people call the police for serious reasons. It can be due to an assault, harassment, or a murder attempt. But have you ever heard of someone calling the police because of a kid? What could a little kid do for an adult to push them to call the police? Several widely reported instances of neighbors calling the police because of a kid are prevalent. It's like what happened to Jaquan Faulkner, a 13-year-old who had a great affinity for the world of commerce and business. Unlike other kids who like playing outside the home, Jaquan spends his time making hot dog stalls to make money. He's self-reliant and doesn't like to make money from his parents, and they're proud of him. Jaquan is lucky to have supportive parents. Regardless of earning money, they like how their kid thinks and makes efforts to learn to be independent. Each summer, Jaquan sells a hot dog to buy his school clothes. For him, it's an achievement that makes him feel different from other kids of his age. Looking at a kid who earns money on his own makes you feel motivated. You think anyone will feel positive, same like you, right? The answer is no. One neighbor lady called the police and tried to end his business. So why would she do something crazy and unnecessary like this? The woman felt jealous of the little kid and his supportive parents. She could not do anything to spoil his project except calling the police and filing an unreasonable complaint against him. When the police arrived, Jaquan was selling hot dogs at his stall and nothing else. The police then made an unbelievable decision. Instead of closing the kid's hot dog stall as the lady asked them to, the police called the health department to give him a permit. In this way, no one would try and ruin his business. Moreover, Jaquan was great at cooking. So the police decided to donate money to buy a proper stand for him. Not only this, but they invited him over to the precinct to sell his hot dogs. We can only imagine how silly the neighbor is feeling now. This lady, however, is not the only one who called the police for silly things. Another woman did the same thing, just complaining about her black neighbors. Susan Schultz called the police on her neighbors, Fareed and Narinda, after demanding to know if they had a permit to build a patio in their backyard. According to Narinda, Susan has challenged Narinda's decisions about the couple's home for the past 2 years. It is a joy stealing like all of these precious moments for us when we are trying to make a home in a place where we are new. We've got fire pits going, string lights, and they're still coming down on us and trying to find a reason to find a fault in our existence, Narinda claimed. But what is the reason for calling the police about a new couple? According to the couple, Susan has been waiting 2 years to do this. She called the police and claimed that Fareed had attacked her. Another neighbor called Lisa Kane was there. She denied Susan's claim of being attacked. Everyone has told her. Everyone that was witnessing and saying to go home, and shame on her. Fareed compared the situation with another similar one in France where some people have just an argument between neighbors. However, what Susan did was not an argument between neighbors when she was using the power of the law. She was calling on the power of the law to say, "I can have a knee in the back of your neck if you don't submit to me." The day after the incident, dozens of protesters marched peacefully down Susan's street and argued to stop this racist act in the community. HuffPost has reached out to Susan for comment, but she had not responded. Susan is like many people who can steal the joys of others and try to call the police. This behavior grows and festers like cancer that people have to nip out at every turn. What appears to be another erroneous 911 call made about a black person that would ordinarily be deemed mundane. Camilla Hudson went into a Chicago CVS Friday night and tried to use a coupon. What happened next has been shared repeatedly on social media under the hashtag CouponCarl. A CVS manager captured on a cell phone called 911 because of a coupon controversy. He was visibly and uncontrollably shaking while making the call. Camilla told ABC News that she started recording after giving the manufacturer coupon to another CVS manager named Maury Matson. She said that he didn't even scan the paper to see if it was real or not. Police confirmed they responded to an assault of a CVS store, saying that they were informed that a female was inside the store. Hudson's experience is one of many viral videos showing people dialing 911 on black people seemingly attempting to just do ordinary things and go about their business. Hudson said she was not upset with CVS refusing the coupon, but about how the man handled the situation. He could easily say he is sorry, and then this is a coupon that was not familiar to them. CVS fired Matson, apologized to Hudson, and said that they would investigate. They released a statement saying CVS Pharmacy does not tolerate any practices that discriminate against any customers, and they're committed to maintaining a welcoming and diverse environment in their stores. What Maury Matson has done seems very silly. He is among these people who don't even care if they lose their job. Sitting there calling 911 for a suspicious coupon when a coupon wasn't suspicious at all, Instead of calling the police, he could just look for a manager to see whether a coupon is valid or not. The incident reminded us of some of other similar incidents. Could a child sell bottled water on the sidewalk be equivalent to an old-fashioned woman eliminates that? That is the question after 8 years old Jordan Rogers was selling bottled water on the San Francisco sidewalk in front of her house. After 15 minutes later, her neighbor confronted the girl for not having a permit. The woman faced online outrage after a viral video showed her hiding behind the wall and calling the police on the little girl. Social media users called this woman Permit Patty. Her real name is Allison Edel, a San Francisco entrepreneur. The woman is also CEO of the company that specializes in cannabis edibles for animals. When the San Francisco Chronicle interviewed Allison, she said that she didn't call the police, she was pretending to call them. Her only excuse was that the child was shouting. But why was the girl buying bottled water on the sidewalk? Well, the mother of this little girl lost her job recently, so the girl started selling bottled water to get a trip to Disneyland. After the story came out and Black Twitter broke the story, a couple of good things happened. A musician man bought 4 tickets for the girl and her family to go. The incidents of the final story that we will end up the video with took place in Cleveland, Ohio. Neighbor calls cops on 12 years old for mowing lawns. The story is about a kid and his ambition that no one could stop it. Reginald Field, known as Reggie, is a 12 years old kid. At such a young age, Reggie already had big dreams ahead of him, and because of these big dreams, he started his own company that he named Mr. Reggie's Lawn Cutting Service. With him are his cousins, brothers, and sisters. Instead of staying inside the house, they would get up early, work hard, and make some money instead. The kids were doing a great job in learning about the lawn care business. Unlike other kids at their age, little kid Reggie knows that he will soon witness a series of events that will change his life. A woman named Lucille hired Reggie and his young crew to mow her yard. She said that she had spotted Reggie and his siblings and cousins pushing types of equipment outside the store. She was impressed that they had all the tools needed to do the job. She gave the children her address and told them that her lawn needed mowing. Reggie was pushing a lawnmower while his cousin rakes and his 2 sisters shake open a garbage bag. Miss Lucille was happy with Reggie's crew's service. "All young people are not out here doing wrong," said Miss Lucille. She loved it. Suddenly, half an hour later, Miss Lucille was not too pleased. They had no idea why, but a security vehicle arrived at the place. Miss Lucille's neighbors, Randy and Linda Krakora, contacted the cops on Reggie. They were under the impression that Reggie had cut a strip of grass that they believed belonged to them. Instead of talking to the kids, they just dialed their phones. Miss Lucille automatically knew who called the cops. Since she had begun renting the house in October, Miss Lucille said that her neighbors called the cops at least 5 times, including when her children had a snowball fight and when her son parked his car on the grass in her backyard. Lucille had felt pretty unlucky to have gotten unjust neighbors. Her neighbors see things differently. Linda Krakora said that she lived in the house for more than 30 years with her husband Randy and their family. She added that Lucille's family was not a good neighbor and that the relationship had become so tense that she now communicates through her phone through the cops. Reggie said he didn't know the strip of grass belonged to the Karakas. But why would anyone call the cops on kids for mowing the grass? Reggie's mother shared a video of the scene on social media and the video immediately went viral. Fortunately, the complaints seem to have backfired. Instead of discouraging the young kids from doing their summer jobs, the community has responded by seeking out Mr. Reggie's lawn cutting service. His business became an instant success, as some even donated equipment for the kids to use. Reggie now has more than enough work. An online fundraiser was also launched for Reggie. This campaign garnered $7,600 from nearly 300 donors. The money will help Reggie expand his business and buy a new shed for his tools, maybe even starting a college fund to help him study business one day. Reggie said he did not see that one coming. It felt excellent and he was happy. He said he was getting 15 to 20 calls per week now to mow lawns, up from just 4 to 5 before the video. His mother said she was overwhelmed by the response from the community. It just goes to show that not giving up would eventually bear fruits. Now that we have come to the end of the video, which story shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments section down below. If you want to see more interesting stories, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.